Alright, leave it to the handy dandy task manager. Move to top to preserve the privacy of our opponents on this day. So, here I am with the dying as you wish deck, and my first replace was I didn't really get anything I could play on my starting turn. I'm on the left, my opponent on the right. I will adjust this just like this. Okay, that's good enough. Anyway, so I have nothing to play. Really would have liked a Lurking Fear. Should probably go for the battle log for you. And my opponent plays a Pax. Surely there could have been a more threatening start, but when you have nothing, a Pax is a lot to face. So, I'm trying to think. I guess I haven't replaced yet. I'm at this point. I'm probably trying to think. Like, all right, if I don't get something I can play, do I move up to the middle just to take middle tile and have access to those two mana tiles? And the answer, unfortunately, is yes. I kind of have to. I mill a Lurking Fear. Oh, oh, it hurts. So now I'm wondering if I'll even be able to come back from this. It all really depends on what he plays next. And another Pax is not immediately dangerous. And then I believe a First Wish, so he's staying pretty healthy as far as his hand size goes. I've got BBS this turn and a monotile, so I could play a Reaper. I could play Deotus and BBS. I think that's what I go for. If I had one more mana, if I had played a Lurking Fear, I could have Deotus and Consuming Rebirth, and that would have been nice. I mean, there's possibly even some call to Deotus and Darkfire Sacrifice, but well, that I don't think I'd do that. That would seem pretty desperate to me. If I Darkfire Sacrifice anything, it would be a 1/1 on this turn, and I think I do. Because, like, with that, I could potentially play a Reaper and a Consuming Rebirth on the next turn, right? Or a Vorpal, right? So let's see what happens. I think the replay is just a little bit messed up here, as it will do. And so I'm gonna slow it down a bit. But my opponent's Pax cleverly moves toward the 1/1 and hits it. You know, what a cunning strategist that guy is. I love the positioning of his. So it's almost perfectly symmetrical right now. Okay, that's boring. So finally have a Lurking Fear in hand, which is kind of nice to see, even if a little bit late. And I've got a 0/10. But he still definitely has a big advantage on the board. And now the card I want to see the most is some of my AoE. I've got a 1 Breath of the Unborn that could be pretty big. Or, even better, with Consuming Rebirth, if I could find a Nasher, that would actually be great right now. So, since I have no means to play a bunch of things and then benefit from them on the next turn, I had to get rid of that Nether Summoning. Let me think, if the Nether Summoning were replaced with like a Shadow Dancer, like some people were recommending, I don't see that replace going any differently. I couldn't have really done much with a Shadow Dancer in my hand there. I just wanted to be able to play Horrible Reba. Alright, so now that we've been able to play one Lurking Fear, maybe we can catch up a bit. We're not that low on health. I mean, we took 4 damage. That's kind of nothing. And we've got a great position protected on both sides from the Tombstone. And on top of that, our Vorpal Reaper is also protected quite well. So, at this point, I am definitely fearing, see the monitor. I am definitely fearing an Amara. That would be a frustrating turn to have to deal with, is if he placed an Amara right there. Oh, look, he plays an Amara. So now I need, unfortunately, to kill that Amara. Probably replace the right. Got 4 cards in hand. Sorry, this was 6 days ago, guys. So I think I replaced the right here, looking for what's it called? My trusty friend Ironclad, because Ironclad plus Consuming Rebirth wouldn't be horrible right now. But you know what else isn't horrible? It's also not horrible if I just attack this with the Vorpal Reaver, then hit this with the Vorpal Reaver, right? I did replace, and I did not get. Uh, I would have definitely played Ironclad Consuming Rebirth, because like then I could just kill the Amara, move away from it, and kill it, and then kill something else too. But this is okay-ish, and when I say okay, I say it in the sense that like it's okay that that we're all gonna die someday. All right. So the best part about that is that he probably feels so safe right now that his fancy pantsy 25 life, and I'm only at a miserable little 11. But looking at board states right now, I quite like mine. I mean, he can't even move up and hit my 6-2 to clear it. You know, if I drew a Breath of the Unborn or something, and he played his BBS and like another 2-2, that'd be fantastic for me. I could chase him down, attack him with this dude, heal my Tombstone to full, attack him. It goes on. But he plays an Ankh, which is, I think, an effort for Zirix to make up for a lack of like range removal and Siphon. I've seen some people playing Ankh. I personally love Ankh. It's one of my favorite cards in Vitruvian, but I mostly play Saj, so it changes things. And he actually did play both Ankh and the, what is it, Staff of Ykir. But then he puts a 6-5 behind him. Like, he needs to preserve it. He second wished it and put it behind him. And he doesn't want to lose it to the 4-8 or something. I guess. I'm not sure. There are a lot of things I could do this turn. But I know I don't want to Consuming Rebirth my 4-8, right? Not before I attack with it, because it would come back as a 4-4. So dealing the 6 damage and getting all of the 1/1s is the best way to deal with the artifact. Attacking first with the Nasher, then Consuming Rebirthing it. And that's such a weird thing to say. Consuming Rebirthing it means that it clears the 6-1. That's no longer a threat I have to even worry about at all. And it also does ping the Wildfire Ankh again. I can move the 0-8 in, taunt him with that totem. And there is one card he is very likely running that I'm not playing around right now, but I really had little choice in the matter. I could have positioned the I could have positioned the Reaper of the Nine Moons here, or even like there or something here to play around Star's Fury, but I did not, and it looks like lethal. Did I say lethal? It's not lethal, guys. Tell me it's lethal. It's not. It looks scary though, doesn't it? What can he do? How could he get lethal? I mean, that's provoked. That can't get around the 1/1s. He can't attack anything but this, and Blast doesn't work diagonally. I mean, if Blast worked diagonally, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would be crazy stuff. So he's clearing as many of the 1/1s as he can, But things are actually starting to look kind of grim for me. He's maybe realizing, huh, okay, so I'm stuck here for maybe even 2 more turns with this blasted tombstone. Hmm? Hmm? And there's a big fat Nasher here. By the way, I just realized that it's actually a 5/5, so it came back to life. From a 4, it went up from 4/4 to 5. You know what? I'm not even gonna try to think about that. That's really confusing. Um, I think I probably just play Spelljammer to hopefully draw into lethal, but might not even need it because I hit him for quite a bit here. This is threatening to explode for 3 damage, right? And then Blood Moon, or why do I keep calling this Blood Moon? It's certainly not a Blood Moon Priestess. This is a Reaper, okay? It reaps things. It does not prey. You pray when you see it. And there's no way I can play around Star's Fury, I don't think. Wait, maybe? Is there? If I moved that there... Yeah. Yeah, there was no way I could play around Star's... Oh, man. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe if I'd moved this 2 up, that would have been provoked, and then it would spawn here. So actually that was pretty... That was horrible. I think I did have a way to play around Star's Fury in hindsight. It's like my 3rd time watching the replay, and only now notice that. Well, he's just been provoked for too long, didn't have an answer for that, didn't have like a silhouette tracer when he had blast. It's just game, so he does surrender. And that'll be it for this fantastic video that I know you very much appreciated. It's such an amazing video. Wow, good job, Matt.